What's up, dudes? Okay, I'm just out here channeling, hanging out, and I just heard, yeah, who's doing meth? Ain. No thing. Yeah, okay, Detroit might mean something. Michigan might mean something. So that's my symbol for, I have a reading called Who's Doing Methane, No Thing. Yeah, and that's where Spirit is telling people, yeah, you might be around tainted ground. So we're talking methane, not crystal meth, methane. So there's parts in, and if you look at the stars, I'll find that reading, and I'll link it in the comment section of this reading. And so, yeah, and here, attention Northeast psycho witches. Attention Northeast psycho witches. If you're living in Northeast Minneapolis and you're a renter, you may not know if your property lays on tainted ground. So Northeast Minneapolis in the past had all this ground pollution, and there are certain parts of Northeast Minneapolis neighborhoods where you are not supposed to garden in that dirt. You're not supposed to have anything more than 2 feet down in the dirt, all this kind of stuff. Your landlord knows about it. Do you know about it? All right. They're old industrial waste dump sites. I just heard Rodney Dangerfield. All right. So I'll try to find, I think maybe it was in that reading where Spirit pointed out, if you live in Northeast Minneapolis, you can Google words like Northeast Minneapolis tainted ground. There's places in Michigan where you turn on the water and you hold a lighter up to your kitchen faucet and it will blow. It'll be a spark of methane in the water, I hear. You could try that around if you're from Northeast. So that's the message Spirit is sending forth. I specifically know some people who kicked it around those specific neighborhoods, resided in those neighborhoods, had miscarriages. Some people have reported their children have special needs. So it's important that everyone knows what the ground is like, where they're living, and what the past history of that ground was. It's not just Northeast Minneapolis. There's places all over Minneapolis, all over major cities all around the United States. Fracking might mean something. I just heard tunnel collapse. I hear support. I hear Pennsylvania steel supports. I hear like Allentown by Billy Joel. All right, so there's the message. Yeah. Now, if you're freaked out, if you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, or if you find out you live in kind of a place that's reported to have high levels of whatever, just understand, yeah, don't eat food grown out of the ground there. Don't have a garden there. If you do have a garden, that's okay. Put it in containers. Like, have a container garden. Put it in pots if you want a garden. If you're extra freaked out, drink bottled water. Yeah, but make sure you're getting fluoride, especially too if you have little ones, or they do sell fluoride drops. I got lucky. The city I live in called Richfield, which is funny because it sounds like a bunch of rich people here, but my city is actually a very blue-collar city, It's a first-ring suburb off of Minneapolis. And we are pretty lucky. Our community elected officials are all kind of my age. They're pretty cool people. Some older people, but or younger people. But we just got, yeah, I think we got, what was it? 2nd place for best tasting water. Another friend of mine at their work, this would be a kind of a fun thing if you work in corporate America or something like that. You could do a water taste test. Everyone bring a water bottle filled with water out of your faucet. And then it's a blind taste test. And then mark numbers. Pour little Dixie cups, yeah. And then have everybody rate if they can tell a difference in water. Yeah. Well, she did that. Wells Fargo might mean something. She did that, and guess who won? Richfield. So that's kind of one of the cool things. And it's called Richfield because the ground is very fertile here. And so, yeah, we're not the hoitiest and toitiest of cities, but we got great gardens and good water. Go blue collar people.